My name is Jim Lal-Tabak. I'm a yoga teacher, energy healer, and health and wellness coach and consultant. Welcome to this um, energy treatment. Been doing it for the last 4 years since the pandemic. Um, and a little bit of backstory on my experience for those that are newer. I had a near-death experience back in 1982, and now and in that experience, I was um, told that I had to come back to my body, even though I asked and said, please, it's so beautiful here. I want to stay. And my body was just a flaming mess. So, but they said, you have to go back and you have to, you have a lot more work to do and to help people. And so there I came back and there I was, my body was, no bodily function at the time. And so, but I slowly got better, and all the pieces fell in place for me to recover. And so that was an amazing experience, and it really sometimes trauma can redirect and make, we can grow and change from that experience in a positive way. And so that's kind of what actually what I plan on working on here is, as I was sort of collecting myself before the treatment this evening, is clearing unconscious trauma and resentment. So what happens is when we're in ages, from zero and, of course, past life stuff too, if you believe in that, to age 7, where we I've been told we're in a theta state, and that's a very impressionable sort of dreamlike state. But things can happen during those times, and for good reason. We wall off memory, but it sits embedded in our consciousness somewhere. And so the some of the treatments that I do are quantum, and they don't require knowledge. In fact, knowledge can get in the way. The more you know, the more fear you have, the less likely you're going to make those, take risks or take chances or do something, right? Because, oh my gosh, it's so dangerous out there. Oh my gosh, anyway, the chatter that we know about holds us back. And even that unconscious chatter can hold us back. It's subroutines or subconscious stuff going on. And so that's part of what I'd like to address a little bit today, and the letting go of those cords, you could call them, or the releasing of those things that we don't even know about, at least consciously. We may know about them subconsciously, and they feel like, I don't know, why do I keep doing that, or why do I always attract someone who's not good for me, or something, all those behaviors that seem like, oh, this is just who I am, right? That's the kind of thing that I'm planning on addressing in this treatment. And we can't, and really, you can't do it all at once. We want to do a little bit at a time, not getting caught or with overwhelm from too much change, right? A little bit of change at a time is healthy. Too much change can be overwhelming and painful. So, but releasing some of that old embedded unconscious trauma can really be freeing, and it may happen quickly or slowly. We letting the universe be the guide. that's often what I always say about this. So I think, I'll take us through just a few little steps that I want you to just prep yourself with, and that is, the first is to be grounded. Grounded. So if you're lying, you can. Some people are lying down. You can lie down if you like, or sitting comfortably. Feel your connection to the earth. Just notice your sensation in your body, where you're touching, either in your chair or wherever if you're resting in a bed or on the floor, or anywhere, wherever you are. Just get clear in that present moment what your body is feeling in those spaces where you're connected. So first we are grounding, and then feel moving into your body and notice any sensations in the body, tensions, parts that are relaxed, just noticing them. Take 3 breaths. Notice your thoughts. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe fatigued or not. Just notice all that is happening in this moment. Good. And then often I suggest just having an intention. An intention, what kinds of things would you like to for you to experience? To change in your life. Just so it's a direction that we point to, but it's not a demand or um, anything like that. It's more like uh, a gentle request for the universe to support us. So the next thing I'm going to ask you to do, this is for yourself, of course, participating in your own healing journey, is to envision yourself as you were when you were little. Just whatever doesn't have to be we're not digging for dirt and we're not digging for gold necessarily. Just go back into your early childhood and see if you can see yourself in that, early phase of your life. So from there, just see how your body feels when you see that little child. And then let it go now. And I'm going to just do some part of the treatment that I do. You can think about anything at all. But we see it, we feel it, and then we let it go in our awareness, and not staring, not holding on. Simply, we wake up a little bit of that history, and then just sit in the moment, noticing your breath, how your body feels. Clearing some past life issues. So if I pick up something for one, it really is global. It's like I'm doing a global clearing here for everyone. So whatever, if one person found something difficult, then it's going to help releasing, and that helps that's sort of a window into clearing it out for everyone that's on the call, and those of you on Facebook as well. Okay, we're going to make a couple cycles through this. So I want you to, again, if you're inclined, there's no have tos or shoulds, but if you feel okay going back to view your little child part or child self, see if it's changed, how it feels in your body when you view yourself. And then notice again how your body feels, any changes. And then let that go as well. So just let go. We're just peeling a few little layers off and hopefully finding the release of some of that. Sometimes it is pretty deep. So we want to be very gentle with ourselves. But we're not, definitely, this is not pulling off the Band-Aid, right? This is gently relaxing, being easy with ourselves. No shame, no blame. If something like that comes up, see if you can talk to yourself and say it's okay, and I'll say it for you, I forgive you. It's okay. Do the best you can. Because some people have some serious trauma involved in their childhood. So we want to be really careful to be protect. And you can talk to that child. You can tell it that you are, when we're children, I'm working on it now, but I'm clearing some things. But when we're children, we might not have had the protector to take care of us, and you need to let that part of you know, because it is here in the present. But let it know that you are an adult, that you are going to take care of it, that issues, and that you, in a sense, are safe. Okay, we'll make one more pass of this on this. So again, if you're still okay with going into the history, envisioning your little self, maybe sending it some love. And then coming back to the body again and saying, well, how does the body feel now from when it first went to see, or when and you went and envisioned your child part? A memory. And then let go of that as well. Let go of any physical experience from that time, good or bad. Just let it all go, because we want not to hold on to anything.
Okay.
No grasping, no, no,
Let me see.
I'm just mute that person. Um, Good. Going to clear any residual issues that may be still floating around in the field. So if anything came up that was traumatic, or anything that you feel like is holding you back, just going to go and correct that now in case it didn't get cleared in the first 3 passes. So I just want you to remember, those of you who have been coming for a while, and those of you who are maybe newer, is to release it can as much as you can. So we're not in charge, right? We're letting the universe be the guide, be the support. You can have an intention, but don't, especially during this treatment, just relax, surrender in a sense to the infinite power and the universe, and it's, you could call it the Tao, whatever you'd like. Subtle infinite power, the flow of the universe. We put ourselves in that flow. And I'm going to spend now some time just sending some, what I would call coherent energy, light to the heart of all who are listening. In case anything, there's any residual stirred up trauma or resentment. The other thing, I don't know if I can articulate this clearly, but at least what I've been thinking about these days is that whatever happens gets filtered through my own judgments, it gets filtered and I process. So I see something and then I make a decision about what happened, what happens, where we're going. It could be anything from, what's happening in the world. We see things, we make a judgment, and we decide what is, that it's good or bad, or, all those things depending on our perspectives. And when we have those perspectives and then we make that judgment, it impacts, it's kind of a feedback loop. Someone might see something and they feel traumatized. Someone else might see it and say, something different. But the point is, if you can see it from the big picture, so to speak, from out in the universe, then, or a more distant look. You don't have to always stay right up close. You can change your focal length and see things from different perspectives, different directions. And doing that can help alleviate some of the feeling of judgment or stuck or resentment or trauma. So we don't get caught, we don't get stuck with just this one perspective. Many of us have staying, especially if you live in the Midwest, or staying indoors a lot right now, and our distance, vision distance, it's like a microcosm of maybe perhaps how we're see the world, but we're seeing things close up all the time, right? Whether it be a screen or just the room, or all those things, and then that, just knowing, oh yeah, maybe we can't see the stars as much anymore, right? Because of the way the light is in the sky. But our ancestors used to be able to have a infinite, view out into the sky of the Milky Way. And now it's all sort of clouded by the light that is emanated from our, incandescent lights. So we have to remember that. You don't have to feel like you're caught in that, but you have to remember, oh, I can change my focal length. I can see on a clear night. You can still see some planets and stars and the moon, and change that focal length, change that perspective, change how you're assessing and judging. And judgments are usually there to protect us, but sometimes they're there and they block us from moving forward in our lives. So just knowing that all those things are happening is really important. Just to keep it all in perspective, that there's way more going on than we know in our own conscious experience, intellect, ego. We work not to do it all the time, but to sometimes transcend those close-ups, that we're always seeing in the close up. Okay, enough talking. Just go back to when you're resting now. I'd like you to pay attention a little bit to the, almost like your inner, if you can have your eyes closed, like your inner eyelid is like a screen, or like you're projecting something. And you may or may not, some people see and experience colors and light. And not trying as much as just allowing. Okay. All right, so let's bring our hands, just slowly coming back. take your hands in front of your heart. I'd like you to just gently move them apart from each other a little bit and then back together. Maybe rub your hands together a little bit just to create a little bit of warmth and friction. And then again, moving your hands apart, breathing, inhale as you open, exhale as you just gently come back close to each other. And opening one more time. Hands in front of the heart. Now turn the palms toward the heart center. Inhaling as if you're breathing in that energy into your body and allowing it to go all through the body, through every cell, just energizing your entire body and mind, being. Inhale again, bring the hands to the heart and toward each other, and then again, exhale and then inhale and exhale, send the energy. We keep nothing. We let it all flow, sending your intentions, your love, your compassion out into the world. Sending out any gratitude, peace, joy, hope. Good. And then bring the hands back together. Expressing your gratitude. I want to thank you all for coming this evening. Your energy, your presence is so beneficial for all. You have the power to heal yourself. But we work together as well. So the energy is magnified when more people are present. So I'm really grateful that you all showed up this evening, and we'll do it again. Do it again next week. So take care, and love you all, and peace, and wishing you joy and prosperity in this new yearish time. So take care, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Hit the button.